Okay, to start off, I'm gonna kind of trim the fat a little bit. So I'm gonna start off. These are really easy to remove. Just pop those up. And that's it for this side, besides this one right here. Now, like the other side, it's up and around this hood strut, so just bend it back. There we go. And they give you a nice little slit right here. And that'll free up more space, and then we'll figure out these are cooling lines, so we're gonna leave those alone. All right. That wasn't that tight to begin with, thankfully. So let's do this. Pop, pop, and in theory, this should pop right. Oh, yep. See, that pops right out. Get rid of the Cayenne. And there's the air box. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's as far as I need to go with that. That gives me plenty of room. Yeah, that gives me plenty of room back here. And I'm gonna go do the same thing for this far side, on the driver's side. I'm noticing over here on the driver's side, this one has one hidden. And it's probably why this piece right here is broke. Somebody broke it previously. And that wasn't me. Owner already knew about it, so I don't want to hear any comments. So same thing, let's bend this up and get this out. So in doing this job, you're gonna need yourself a good eTorque socket set. Well, let's just probably gonna start. I'm probably gonna do this side since it is the harder side to do because of that mount, but we'll get there in a second. So let's just start over here because I'll make this video short as possible. You're gonna mirror what you're doing on both sides, and I'm thinking this one's gonna be the hardest, so let's show you this side. E10. Okay, I don't think those are supposed to come out. Okay. Is that the only thing holding this in? Possibly. All right. I always figured there'd be a tool for this, but I don't know. There we go. That off. In theory, this should just pop right off. Like that. Okay, we'll worry about that side when I get there. All right. Now we got another one down here. Same thing, just pinch. Pinch and pull. So obviously that's not happening. No. So that's not budging off there. And I'm not seeing another way to remove this either. Oh, I got it. This PVC system's just covered in oil. Yep, that's engine oil. Alright, so now we're gonna disconnect. This is the high pressure fuel pump. You'll have, obviously, there's two of them. Okay, so here's E12. There we go. Now there's still going to be fuel in there. And I'm just trying to see where the fuel lines go. Yep, there's a bracket right there. Alright, so this fuel line bracket is a T30. Yeah, I'm going to back that out. Okay, so yep, that frees that. Not the fuel line, sorry, these emission lines. So that frees that up. So now we can get to that Torx back there. There, now the fuel line's free. That wiring harness just connects onto there. I can just push that back. All right, now we can go ahead and start loosening this. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Just want to be ready for that. You just want to sit there and do it slowly, just so all the pressure can drain out, and we'll unscrew it the rest of the way. All right, we're done dripping, so now I'm going to rotate it to the right. Perfect. And then we'll raise it straight up. Again, that thing's going to drip too for a little bit, but that's okay. We'll just let that sit there for a little bit. Plenty of paper towels handy. And again, you gotta do the same thing for the other side. But yeah, just remember, twist it, comes right off. All right, I should be done with the leaking part. Now I'm gonna go my E12 and remove this bracket, whatever this, for the coil packs. Yeah, see, it's just to cover up the wires. And here we're just gonna pop that, drop it, pop it, and drop it. And same thing with this back one. Pop it and drop it. Okay. That was a pain, but it's done. And as soon as we get this torque mount out of the way, you know, I'll be able to move the rest of this out of the way. So we're gonna move on without that. We're not there yet. So I must come back to this T30. Let's go ahead and remove these coil packs. We are going to be doing spark plugs too with this. Oh, I was pretty much expecting those to be covered in oil, so that's a good sign. Now the T50. Oh, that wasn't even tight. That was actually incredibly loose. So, that was nice. Don't drop the nut. Okay. Now we'll put this back like so. And then put these back like so. These, I already know where those go, so we can stop. And these go back there. So we're not really worried about the stuff in the back. Just, if you could put them back, that's my philosophy. If you can always put them back, just do it so that you don't run into an issue later. So on the frame side, you don't need to take it off. Well, I might, but we'll see if I could just get it out of the way. No, I'm gonna have to remove it. So same thing, grab the nut on the back. And I just dropped it. So don't do what I just did. But here, I'll remove that. This is in pretty decent shape. Yep, still in decent shape. You want to look for any cracks or any separation from the plastic. So, but there's not, so that's good. And back here is a Christmas tree fastener into the valve cover. So we're going to need got to get under both sides of it like that and pop that out. Perfect. And this side has the brake lines in the way, of course, so it's a pain in the butt to get out because you're not moving those things. I mean, you can, but that's a whole lot of work. Okay. And another dry one. Awesome. So now we gotta look at where we're at now. And I think we're pretty much clear to take this thing off. I do see another Christmas tree fastener back there, but I'm not going to really worry about it until we get this thing off. This right there, that hose down there, I don't see that being a problem either. I do got the, so we're going to be on this one. Because we're working on cylinder 1, 2, and 3, which is on this front right side. And here's all of our torque specs and everything, so it just shows. Here's how we're looking at it. So we got the 2 here, 1. So there is one on that back side. Okay, yep, and that's a Christmas tree fastener right there. Okay. So with that same T30, let's start zipping them off. Now I'm going to lay these out because I don't know if they're different sizes. So here's how I'm going to do them, because I see a couple of them are different sizes and come over in E-Torques, some are bigger. So I'm just gonna do it like that. yeah, so I'm just gonna zip out the rest of these, and this time I'll put them in there. Again, you can, if you got this far, you can handle the rest. I gotta make this video short, you guys won't watch it. So obviously you're gonna need an extension for this one. We're gonna have to take out these cam sensors, but you know, I'm gonna start zipping all these off to make this video faster. So I'm gonna end this video right here. I'm not even gonna continue any further. There's nothing more I can do for it. So, you know, it's not leaking on the front left side. It's only leaking on this front right side. And I found out why. So how I like to do it, I like to stick them in here, and I made it to bolt number 7, and you can't see it. It's, look at the camera, it's right here. You can't really see it. So I reached back there and felt it with my finger, and I noticed the bolt was moving, and I looked, and that's what it looked like. Somebody snapped it off, which makes sense. So I went back to bolt number 8, which is right here. And again, you can get it. You won't be able to use like a Milwaukee, but I was able, you know, if you can be able to use like a normal ratchet. I went back there, there's no bolt head in there. So I tried to thread in the other bolt. They snapped off both of those. And of course it's the hardest one. And then that makes sense because that's where the oil's soaking and that's where the oil leak's coming from. And unfortunately there's nothing more I can do for it because I can't even get in there to try to drill it out or whatnot. So I'm gonna leave it up to them what they want to do, and we'll put it all back together. Sorry the job wasn't finished. Feels like crap, but this was an hour and 47 minutes roughly. And that's as far as I got. But if you have bolts there, you can continue. Take those out, and then the torque specs are very complicated. I won't lie to you. Yeah, they're absolutely crazy. Here's a little sneak peek, and they give you the numbers right here. So there's your numbers on which bolts they are. And I would assume it's the same for this front driver's side. So maybe this will help you guys out at least. You guys can give me a like. Even though it's not a complete video, but at least that'll give you the, just doing my best to give you guys as much information as I can. And here you guys can go ahead and pause this. That's what it looks like. Those are your numbers and everything. So write them down, do what you gotta do. I'm gonna put this back together. Like, subscribe, and see you guys next time.